And welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure! Last time we caught Froggy finally, and this time we have to find a way off this ship, so here we go. Maybe up here, but there is chaos, sure. They can break this too, but I don't think we can actually sidestep the arena enough to actually get the emblem. Maybe. I don't know. This is gonna be cutting it close right here-ish. Yes, I never have thought to do this before, but this actually works. Wait a minute. One of these is supposed to have an emblem. Maybe it's in the transformed version? Oh well, let's go see Chaos.
So, I see you're trying to escape. I'm right on time. Chaos, grab him! Get that frog! And don't forget the Chaos Emerald. All right, and now for the frog. The frog is possessed by your tail. Once you get your tail, you'll be complete and ultra strong.
Unbelievable! Look what happened! Chaos has transformed again!
Huh? Uh-oh. Gotta go!
Froggy? I'll save you! Don't worry, Pally!
So, he's your friend, eh? No sweat! I'll get him back! Watch me!
Careful, Froggy! Don't worry! We'll get you back!
So even though they're like, oh, Sonic is gonna go save Froggy, no, we have to actually do it ourselves. So, this is either the easiest fight in the game or the worst fight in the game, depending on who you ask. I'm in the category of worst fight because it's kind of RNG. You basically have to hit that little target when it appears. That is the entire fight. So it can be over in like 2 seconds if you get really good RNG and it appears right as you're casting conveniently, or it can be more like this and a complete nightmare. With no in between. So yes, this is actually the worst fight I've had on Chaos 6 in an extremely long time, actually. I don't even remember the last time I had this much trouble. I could have sworn I just launched it right through through the circle. Because here's the thing. There we go. I'll explain after the cutscene.
Hooray! Froggy! I won't let them take you away again.
Go on and get out of here! I'll do the rest!
Oh, okay. Thanks. Come, little buddy. Time to get a move on.
So, well, I'm actually just gonna wait until the credits to describe this.
Huh? What? Hey, maybe we could use this. But I don't know the first thing about it. Oh well, I'll give it a try anyway.
So, giving my thoughts on that fight. Again, I have done that fight in like 3 seconds. I'm not kidding. And it's easy to do this fight in 3 seconds, unless the game just wants to be a jerk and make it really difficult. So, in my opinion, this is like one of the more annoying fights in the game, because there's not really as much you can do to influence your fate, basically. So, big story. That was short. It's mercifully short, I'm gonna put it that way. If it was longer, I would actually be in the majority who's like, man, this is not fun. And I'm in the minority who's like, man, this is not fun, but it's also fairly manageable. Like, I'm in the minority who actually is okay with Big the Cat story, because it's just so dang short if you know what you're doing. If you're playing blind, then sure, rage all you want, because I'm pretty sure I did that on my first playthrough, because of how cruddy the controls are, and especially when you realize, oh, Froggy is actually right next to you in every level. You know, because Ice Cap is a giant level, as is the Carrier, not Skydeck, Hot Shelter, as is Emerald Coast. But yes, Froggy is like a fixed point in the level, so you don't have to explore at all. So once you realize that, you can beat each level in maybe 2 minutes tops, if you know how to work controls, and that takes a whole lot of finesse in itself. But yes, I don't hate this story, I don't love it either. That's my review. My biggest complaint about Big the Cat's story from a story standpoint is it doesn't matter. Not to quote the song, okay, that was the picture I was talking about. Not to quote the song, but it doesn't have much influence, and it makes me wonder how this game was written. Because it kind of feels like they created all the characters individually, and then they just kind of like try to make a frame. Basically, they built everything else around the story, and then tried to actually make the framework last, is what it feels like. So it's like we have this character who fishes. How the frick do we make this connected to Sonic and Tails? We can't. So let's just introduce an arbitrary thing, like, oh, like this frog somehow ate Chaos's tail? I don't know. But it's a thing. So yes, I do feel like, I do wonder how much of this game was actually made like that, where it's built with the story last and the characters first. Because that's how it feels to me, because nothing really meshes once you get past Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. And even Amy is a little bit of a stretch, because the whole protecting the bird thing was just, oh look, the bird mysteriously has a Chaos Emerald. Convenient. And Froggy also has a Chaos Emerald, convenient, but other than that, they don't really matter at all. you know, the whole fight against Eggman just sort of stops at a certain point. Like, why is Zero still chasing Amy for the bird? No one knows. That's just a plot hole. I have story problems with Sonic Adventure if it hasn't been made clear already, but again, as a whole, I do find this game more enjoyable than Sonic Adventure 2. And this is actually my favorite, like, pre-generations / colors 3D Sonic, because it's got problems, but they're typically not, they don't get in the way of it being fun, I guess. Other than Big the Cat Story, but we're done with that now. Hallelujah! We are done with Big Cat Story. Problem, I don't know what to do now, because the next section is actually a little bit on the long side. So I'm not 100% sure what to do. I think we should start Gammas. I'm not sure if we may have to pause in the middle of something.
Which character?
Yes, this is our last regular story, E102 Gamma.
Excellent! All systems, full power! Look at me! I'm your brilliant creator, Dr. Robotnik. You're the second of my E100 model machines! E102, codename Gamma!
Gamma.
That's right! You will now obey only me.
Yay, we are now in control of our last character, E102 Gamma. We can't do a whole lot, we don't have a hover or anything, so let's just walk over and see Eggman.
The shooting range is through this door. Your big brother, E101 Beta, is there practicing. Enter, Gamma! You're not as advanced as Beta is, but you'll do fine.
And this is weird. Fun fact, my first run of Final Leg was actually through Gamma's story. It wasn't actually through Sonic's story, because I got stuck on Lost World, I want to say, or maybe Skydeck. I don't recall entirely, but I do remember getting stuck really badly at some point in Sonic's story, and it took me a really long time to finish. It wasn't any Canon's Core, or, oh god, what was that one level?
Mission complete.
Security Hall, or Aquatic Mine, but I got walled on this game pretty badly, so I ended up actually spending a lot more time on the other stories as a kid. So, that is Gamma's gameplay style. It's a little bit different, and a lot of people compare Gamma or vice versa. It's weird, actually. This is actually something I should mention. And yes, gameplay content effectively ends here, because we're gonna end up in a string of unskippable cutscenes. So I'm actually just gonna talk about something to kill time. Gamma's story is extremely front-loaded with cutscenes, and the back half is like really empty with cutscenes. So I just want to get this out of the way now, because this is actually a good time, because we got time left on the episode. So let's chat about something. I actually forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, Sonic Adventure versus Sonic Adventure 2. Gamma's a lot lighter than Tails, or Eggman, for that matter. He gets a hover, and he has like a blast radius move, kind of like Eggman and Tails is like upgraded homing cannons. So yes, he's basically prototype Eggman / Tails gameplay, but plays so much better. Fun fact, if you actually build up enough speed, which is actually really freaking hard to do in the Eggman base, trying. Swear I'm trying. I can't reach max speed. We'll see it in Emerald Coast, but you actually you can actually basically run. Like Gamma's wheels turn into little. Oh well, the little wheels on him, so he goes into like a car mode. So he's actually a lot more maneuverable than Tails and Eggman in those games. I cannot solve this puzzle while talking, fun fact. Okay. So, Sonic Adventure 1 to me is so much more playable in a lot of ways. Even though it's actually a lot more primitive and buggy and glitchy, I just get so much more enjoyment out of this game. Because here's the thing, and this is a very dramatic statement, so you might want to sit down for this. I will take the fishing over the Knuckles and Rouge stages of SA2. And half of the vehicle stages of SA2. Eggman has some pretty solid levels. I don't remember what the base one was called, where you're basically blowing up Prison Island as Eggman. But that was really fun. And Cosmic Wall was like the best vehicle level in the game. But like, for the most part, I don't enjoy the vehicle stuff in SA2 very much. I don't really enjoy the treasure hunting, and not only because the radar's gimped, but because the level design just sucks. Like, they don't work because the levels are so open, you cannot find a blip at all. At like Meteor Herd and Mad Space, or even Pumpkin Mountain can be a little bit of, Pumpkin Hill can be a little bit of a chore. So as much as I do rail on this game, I do think this is actually the peak of 3D Sonic pre-colors. And that is... I don't know if that's a popular opinion or not, is the question. I don't know if that's a common view, because I am not really super in touch with what the Sonic community feels like about this game. I personally always disliked this game as a kid, but lately I've been feeling it a lot more, just because everything in this game is like remotely fun, except Big, but it's again over quickly. But Gamma stages are okay, as we'll see, and Amy's stages are actually okay, and Sonic and Tails' stages are really good, and even Knuckles' stages are pretty enjoyable. So yes, that is my little mini rant on Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, now that we've seen a good chunk of both games. Story is definitely better in 2, I will concede that. But just overall package, I have more fun with Adventure, even if it's less polished. Just because in Adventure 2 it's more polished, but it's more polished things that I don't actually enjoy in the first place, if that makes sense. That was a bit of a rant, but next time we will see what Eggman has in store for us down there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Sonic Adventure.